Hello, my lovelies! Welcome to this new video, which is live. And I don't know if anyone saw one of the video that went live earlier, like 15 minutes ago when my hair was not dry yet. I was testing it. I don't know what I was thinking. I hit the button, go live. I don't know what I was expecting to happen for me not to go live. Anyway, I see that a lot of people are joining already, which is so cool. Oh, so many of you are saying hello, hello, hello. Tell me where you're watching from. Wow, so many of you are joining already. I always am surprised how many of you are coming in to say hi. This is exciting. Of course, I am going to announce the winner of Mira, but more so it's an excuse for me to just connect with you live because I like doing that. Niagara Falls, I've been there. I loved it. It was freezing. Couldn't feel my feet. Florida, Scotland, Chicago, Alabama, Portsmouth, UK, Zambia, cool, Georgia, Phoenix, Alabama, Georgia, neat, Virginia, Yorkshire, Texas. Oh, I love this. Oh, you guys, this is fun. So, and Italy, Philippines, South Africa. See how connected we are. Isn't this neat? I love that. So have you guys grabbed yourself a little drink? Because I'm not going to announce the winner right away. I'm just going to wait until there are a couple more people. So I'm just going to blabber. So while I blabber, you can make yourself something big like this. I know, I'm such an idiot. I drink so much at night because I forget during the day. And then, of course, what do you do all night? Yep, trips to the bathroom. One of the best moves I made was to this house with a bathroom next to the bed. Anyway, people from Greece, more Portland, West Virginia, Louisiana, Kenya. Fun, relatable, same here. Okay, glad I'm not the only one. Anyway, so since I'm using this as an excuse to connect with you, I just want to let you know if you want to ask some questions, you can do that because, yeah, that's what I'm here for. And I'll have a look at what I can answer or what I may use for future videos, perhaps. So you know this, I can't answer all the questions even though I want to. It looks like well, it doesn't quite, does it? It looks a little bit like it's daylight because my husband was so sweet to set up this white screen and a daylight lamp because it's pitch black outside. It's almost 7:30 here. And yeah, so he set that up for me so that I don't look completely like a ghost behind the computer. I had a couple of questions recently from some of you that said, would you please do a video on ectopic pregnancies? I finally managed to do that. In fact, I shot two. One is what are the risks or the causes of ectopic pregnancies? And then the follow-up one is what things you can do to reduce the risk of having another or, having a first. Nobody even wants to have a first ectopic pregnancy. And I decided to cut it in two because it would be too big for one video. But then I didn't want you to wait for the solutions video, so I've got them covered back to back. And then I've got a couple of other videos planned, of course. I'm finally having one about metals and fertility. I know I've mentioned a lot on this channel and that it plays such a big role in so many cases. So I finally have a video on that going up soon as well. So yeah, good stuff is coming up. Oh, I was wondering about that. Kevin Smith is saying, I know the name says Kevin Smith, but my name is Andrea. This is his account, this is the account of my husband. I'm too lazy to create mine. I was wondering about that. I thought, cool, we've got a guy. Why not? Jamaica saying it's 1:20 in the afternoon here. Regina saying, I love watching your videos. Thanks for watching. You guys, if you guys weren't watching, then this would be pointless. Blair saying, yes, I want to know more about ectopic, May 2019. I'm sorry, lovely. I'm so sorry. Zenobia saying I had one in 2018. So you see, definitely, you girls, you aren't the only ones, sadly. It only happens in 1% to 2% of the pregnancies. But yeah, if it happens to you, it's really, really awful. What do you you recommend for someone trying to conceive after the copper IUD, says Debbie? Well, I just mentioned fertility and metals, so a video is going up soon on that. I would definitely recommend doing a homeopathic metals detox for sure. Copper can affect your estrogen levels, so that is a good idea. Amanda saying, do you have a video about PCOS and myoinositol? Not specifically, but one of the videos on PCOS, I did mention it, so you can have a look. I recently lost my daughter due to an incompetent cervix. Are there any pointers of how to prepare my body for trying again? Oh, that is really, really awful. There isn't anything I can say specifically. This is such a tailored situation, I would say, that I would recommend that you see a homeopathic practitioner to take your case and see what's going on. There are remedies that you can take to improve the toning of a cervix and see what the reason is that this is happening. But I'm so sorry about that, lovely. Would you do a video of how to become pregnant after tubal ligation reversal? Please have a look at that ectopic pregnancies video soon, because I'm also mentioning, finally, remedies for scarring, and that will be a good idea for you. And also, just anything in that video is about tubal health, which applies to women that have had an ectopic and want to prevent it, but it applies to everybody that's trying to conceive. You want healthy tubes that the embryo can travel through and the sperm can swim up. So that also applies to reverse tubal ligation. How do you detox from metals? My hubby is a welder. Well, that's a good idea then. Have a look at my website, ingefleur.com/detox. There are all these protocols about detoxing, different types of things, synthetic hormones, metals. I've talked about it before here. Sorry if you've heard it all. But clearly not everybody is aware of this yet. I have written up protocols that that you can purchase, because I teach exactly how I detox my patients of these things. So check that out for sure. And okay, let's have a look. I've got so many questions. Can you fix hyperlactin naturally, says Sandra? Yes, you can. Depends on the reason. But there's an article, there are two articles on my website. One is a case, so you can look that up if you type in prolactin on my website. You'll find these articles. One is a case, and the other one's about Vitex. And other than that, though, you need to see a homeopath for this one. I try to share as many tips and tricks I can on this channel that are, that don't require for your case to be taken. That's why this channel is here. But obviously, there isn't a quick fix or a general solution for every issue. So I try to point you in several directions, and a lot of you are able to resolve issues for yourself through lifestyle, food, remedies that I do suggest. The detoxes is a big one. A lot of you have gone on to detox and your fertility has improved and you have fallen pregnant. But then if those things aren't enough, then you need somebody that's trained to look at your case, of course. That is my forte. Kimura, how long does it take to conceive after having periods, and charts go back to normal after contraceptive pills? Well, that completely depends on every case. It is said that it takes 3 months. Some say it takes 6 months. Some say, well, it can be up to a year. My experience is that it just varies. And a lot of women, they don't have normal cycles after the pill anymore. And this is one of the reasons I suggest the synthetic hormones detox, the contraceptives detox. I have an article on that. I've got a video on that. I'm not going to bore you with it, but I want to point you towards that. Brett Evans, do you have success rates with women trying to conceive for 10 years and almost 40? Yep. In fact, women over 40, couples over 40, given up completely by doctors. Have a look at the cases on my website. There are a couple of there. Wow, so many questions. And you know what? I love that you guys are sending these questions, but at the same time, I'm so humbled by the fact that every question represents you. It represents your stories. It represents your struggles. It represents you lying awake at night, thinking about these things, researching on your phone, getting confusing information, doctors not answering, losses. And, even if I'm not answering all of these questions, I'm just jumping in where I can. I value that you ask these questions, and I'm aware that they represent you and your story, and I don't take it lightly. So how about, so sweet comments. Thank you. Oh, Brett is also female. You just like the name Brett. Well, perhaps for your future son. Oh, such sweet comments, you guys. Yeah, see, more ladies sharing that they had a miscarriage and had an ectopic in June. Really, really, really frustrating. Really frustrating. Sharu, she's saying, I had an ectopic pregnancy in June. You're saying right tube removed, will my chance of conception reduced to 50% in the future? No, that's the good news. You see, our ovaries and our tubes and our uterus, it looks really neat on a picture like this. That's not the case. It's like all together. So as long as you have both ovaries and you ovulate from them, it can, the one tube can catch from both ovaries. So no, it doesn't reduce your chances. Okay. How about I've been talking for 15 minutes. How about I just share the winner? I already feel bad for so many of you that didn't win. More people didn't win than people that did win, but shoot, that's the idea of a giveaway. I really appreciate you guys that you entered. I thought it was fun. I just liked that this device is not going to be hanging around here. Honestly, Mira said that they would send a whole start kit after I had already announced this. But then instead of that, they are sending 2 sets of new wands to the winner. So that is 40 wands, I think. I think I said it wrong in the video, but whatever, 40 wands is a lot to get started with. And then I'm sending my device. It's completely clean and neat, of course. I could sign it. Lovely. No, I won't do that. That's stupid. Anyway, here's the winner. And I don't know if you're here, but the first name is Simona, and it's Simona Pescado. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you that you won. And I really loved your comment. It was picked randomly. But then I thought it was so sweet. The comment starts with, good luck to everyone. Aw, then you deserve it. I like that. And she wrote, I'm currently charting using Ovia, trying to conceive for many years already with no result. So, Simona, you can, either comment here, or I will reply to your comment on there with a link how you can contact me through my website, and then you can send me your address. And look, lots of sweet people that didn't win that are saying congratulations. Isn't that sweet? I love that. You guys, you're the best. I love that. No grumpy people. Okay, so, but you didn't come for nothing, because I'm still going to answer some questions, right? I'm just going to scroll up because I know I missed a whole bunch. 73 of you are here. How cool is that? And I see a couple of names of you, faithful watchers. I love that. It makes me feel like it's a community. Oh, Marcia, you're here. That's sweet, in the Netherlands. Okay, I'm just at Ghana. Now I just scrolled a little bit back to where everyone is. The bathroom. I love that. Why not? That's sometimes the only quiet spot that you can watch anything. I want to thank you, and I want to tell you how happy I am I found your channel, because I had learned a lot. Even though I have had 5 pregnancies, I'm still learning. That is awesome. Good for you for continuing to learn. Let's have a look. I'm sorry, I have to read and talk at the same time, which I'm not very good at. Can you do a video on trying to get pregnant with scar tissue on the uterus? I could. but I don't think there is, well, I could in the future potentially, but you know what? Just watch that video on the ectopic pregnancy solution thing in not next week, but the week after, because the scar tissue remedies I mentioned there for tubes, they apply also to scarring in the uterus. So if you have endometriosis, for example, and you've had scarring because of that, or you have you may have had an operation and you have scarring, then those remedies really help. I have a really cool case on my website as well of this lady. She had scarred fallopian tubes and she had had several surgeries and even surgery to remove scarring, but the doctor said, you know what, forget it. You're never going to get pregnant. And she was well in her 40s and she fell pregnant and she has a healthy baby boy who's, I think, going to be maybe 4 this year already. Time flies. So that's a really good example. And I know that these scarring tissues work because I've also treated kids that had the BCG vaccination. You may have heard or seen that sometimes it develops into a huge scar. And I had this baby girl and it was getting infected and then it was scarring. And so I treated her with these remedies, thinking at the time, like, scar tissue, how can you fix that with remedies? It's ridiculous. But I thought, let's give it a shot. I mean, I'm a homeopath after all. And then I saw it disappear in days. Not completely, but, really, really reduce a lot. And that's when I started using it in my fertility case as well. And I saw these results. So some questions that I said I will use for future videos probably. How can we determine or know when it's coming, the exact time of our fertile days ovulation using the thermometer? Or we only know just the past? If you only use the thermometer, then yeah, you will only know the past because your temperature will go up after ovulation. I've got loads of videos on my channel about charting, so have a look at those. And I've got my free charting course, of course, on my website as well. So you can check that out. And I moved it recently from an email series to a online learning environment. So you can just follow those lessons there. And the way that you know if your fertile window is showing up is through other signs. So one of them being your cervical mucus that's changing, cervical position, and ovulation tests. However, there is a little side note. There are products these days like OvuSense and I think Pre-Op possibly as well, but I haven't looked into this too much. These are vaginal sensors and they measure your temperature throughout the night. And they claim that they understand an algorithm of temperature changes saying that you're about to ovulate. I don't understand this yet. I'm trying to figure it out. I tested OvuSense. It didn't work for me, but hey, I'm postpartum still, so things are regulating. But I hope to do a review on that soon with proper information. But that's the only exception. Looking for more info on older age and fibroids. I've got a video on my channel. That's a great thing about having a couple of videos. I can send you to my library, right? There's one on improving egg quality, which will be useful for you. Then there is one on getting pregnant over 40. And then fibroids is mostly an estrogen dominance issue. So check for videos on estrogen dominance. Mrs. is saying, hi, lovely, by the way. I'm curious about if there's a time period for how long after miscarriage or chemical pregnancy does it take to get pregnant. It's possible to fall pregnant the very next cycle. It's not always the best for you, but it's possible. Shanatrice, did I say that right? I don't know. Do you think fertility drugs are bad? I had about 4 doses of letrozole and nothing happened. Maybe it made it worse. Well, that's a difficult question to answer, isn't it? Because obviously there are lots of people that have fallen pregnant thanks to fertility drugs, and However, there's a reason that I focus on boosting natural fertility, right? You can't take any drugs without it affecting something else in your body. Our body isn't made in a way that, you press one button and it only presses that button. Everything is connected. Your hormones are connected to each other. Your cell functions are connected to each other. You can't press one button and expect only one thing to happen. Like you have sometimes these commercials for painkillers, right? For menstrual pain. And then you see like an arrow go all the way to your uterus and that's the only spot that it affects you. It's not the case. So knowing that, I would be very careful before I decide to take fertility drugs, and I would research the side effects and I would research what's going on for me before I would just take anything. I know sometimes fertility drugs are given because the doctors don't know what else to do either. Don't forget they have a certain set of tools and they want to help you, and they will use any tool to help you then within reason, right? So that. Have a look on my website. I have an article on fertility drugs, and that one says literally, what if fertility drugs have left you more infertile? Have a look at that one, Shinitrice, and anyone else in that is looking into this. Pardon me. Maybe I should take a sip of my huge cup of tea, huh? And I'll read. Gosh, you guys, your comments are so sweet. So sweet and encouraging. Marla is saying, I've been struggling for years to get pregnant with PCOS. My bio clock is ticking. I'm almost 40. Honey, you're not the only one here. Loads of women here get it. Loads of women get it. But I hope you're able to keep hope, and that the videos on this channel and the materials I have out there are helping you to figure out what's going on for you and how you can improve your chances. Have you had a look at the video I've got on finding your fertile window when you have PCOS? You probably have if you've been trying for so long. But in case you haven't, check it out. Brenna saying, chances of getting pregnant naturally at 35 years old. I have been trying for 6 months, charting and using ovulation tests. I know 6 months feels like an eternity, but your chances are definitely good at 35. I know that we are given the impression that we're getting old. Not the case. Look at the things I've got on this channel to improve your chances. Look at being healthy and having healthy cells, because that will improve your chances. Jamaica, I know you've done a video on fertility foods, but can you speak on if there's fertility foods or supplements that you can take during different stages, ovulation and going into 2-year week? That's actually a pretty good idea. That's a pretty good idea. Lots of questions on PCOS, and I'll have a look if I haven't answered these questions in those videos, and I will use them for future videos. Definitely check out those. How to treat unexplained infertility, says Saranya. Frustrating, isn't it? Normally, I would have to take your case so we can figure it out together, but a big one is the contraceptives. So there's a video on that one. And Rahima, I was diagnosed with endometriosis and I have a cyst. How can I help myself? That's a great question. How can I help myself? Oh, I love that. Check out the videos on endometriosis and estrogen dominance and low progesterone, boosting your progesterone. Yvette is saying, my hormones are extremely high. Is it possible to get pregnant? I don't know. It depends on what is high, and it depends on which hormones are high. Hormones are all about balance. We want balance. Okay, so. Hi, Fleur. Can you have regular periods and still have PCOS? Yes, it's possible. It's possible. It's probably milder PCOS, but it is possible. How can I bring my androgen stress down? Please, is there anything I could take? Have a look at my article on my post on PCOS, because then androgens often go up. And I also have some videos on stress for sure. I know it's hard to bring down stress, isn't it? It is hard, but you need to make sure you have enough magnesium, because if you are feeling stressed, then magnesium is going to run out quicker, and that's going to make you feel more stressed and nervous. And obviously, you have to make some lifestyle changes. If I look at how often my phone rings, and it's not like people calling, right? It's notifications, it's the news, it's Corona updates, it's Pinterest if it's fun, it's YouTube, like Flora's Life, which I don't want you to turn that off, but I want you to turn it off if it's giving you stress. I don't want it to give you stress. And you need to look at your sleep, healthy sleep patterns. You need to make sure you're nourished. Those are important things, and movement is really important. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our abdomen, and I think that's really important that you do that you do exercises on that. Actually, I've been working on a really, really cool video. I think it's a calming exercise for your 2-week wait. I know you girls get stressed out so much in the 2-week wait, and it was so fun to film for you. I was completely chilled out at the end. It's going to take some time before it goes out, because I want to enter some nice footage in there, but so that's what I've got. Did you do sluggish thyroid video yet? I did a recent video on 5 natural ways of boosting your thyroid function, so check that out. Okay, my lovelies. Okay, one more then. Doing a combo of BBT and LH strips, but not sure how to associate the two. Check out my free charting course. Have a look at that. Oh, okay, one more. How can I move more when my work restrictions my movement? I eat at a desk for 13 hours for 3 days and hardly any breaks. That is hard. But it doesn't mean that you need to go and exercise like a crazy person, for example. Just doing exercises to open up your abdominal area before you go to bed at night. That will also help you sleep. You know, if you've been watching me for a while, I'm a huge fan of Rosie Dupin. I hope I'm saying her name right. That would be terrible, saying your friend's name, your friend and colleague's name wrong. But have a look at her channel. She's got some awesome exercises. And that is, I think, helpful. All right, my sweet ladies, I know there are more questions, but I'm going to round it off because I also need to go to sleep soon. Yes, soon, because my baby is still waking up 3 to 5 times at night. So talking about stress management. So I need to be a living example, right? So what I'm drinking here is a Gute Nacht tea with lavender and chamomile. And it also means I'm going to turn off all my devices. It was so lovely to connect with you guys, you girls. And see you in the next video. Bye. I'm still here, aren't I? Bye.